And now joining me in our latest NCAA.com March Madness Skype session, Vincent Edwards of Purdue. The Boilermakers just continue to win. Michigan probably the only school right now that really gets under their skin a little bit, but Purdue finds a way to win. So let's deal with this Michigan series. You're done with them for now. You may meet them in the Big Ten tournament. What was it about Michigan that the Wolverines could push you so close to that edge before you guys would cross the finish line?
I mean, I think we're two very similar teams as far as putting other teams in the binds, as far as, moving the ball and having shooters and having guys on the perimeter with skill. But then I think that the part that separates us just a little bit, though, is the fact that we have more of a power back to the basket big, and they have more of a stretch with Mo Wagner. So at that point, it's just which one of our bigs can make the play, when we need it. So and I think Isaac was huge for us. Mo Wagner made some key plays down the stretch, but it takes a lot out of him, offensively when he has to go down there defensively and deal with 7'2", 300 pounds. So I think that's what gives us the edge.
So I thought Sunday's game against Indiana is yet another sort of microcosm of the season. You guys can get down, but me as someone who's watching objectively from afar, I always just feel with this team, you're going to come back and ultimately win the game. Take me through how that transpires over the course of a game, especially on the road against Indiana, where that feeling seems to permeate through this team.
I mean, well, yeah, you know that they're going to come out ready to play. Of course, it's the rivalry that everyone in the state of Indiana has been waiting for, and it's in Bloomington. So it's always a tough place to play, no matter what the ranking is between each team. Since I've been here, the last couple of meetings have been single-digit games. So we just always knew as a team that it was going to be tough going in there and getting a win. But we knew we'd be able to pull it out as long as we stuck to it. We just knew Purdue couldn't beat Purdue, not turning the ball over, and then we just had to rebound the ball. And we were able to get some key stops when we needed it and also convert on the other end and execute plays as well down the stretch.
I thought there was a great sort of in-the-huddle moment that that Fox had, FS1, with Coach Painter. I don't know if you saw it where, he's talking about this is not for the weak.
I was sitting in front of him when he said that.
No, yeah. I know you heard it in person. I don't know if you saw it, the clip, though.
Yeah, I thought it was neat to see that clip because it was just, to hear that from your head coach and be a player sitting in that huddle, it wakes you up a little bit and it makes you realize, there's just life on the road. Sometimes you're not going to get those calls. So when he said that, it's like, man, you got to be tough out here or else you're not going to be able to survive, in this game or in this world even. So that just spoke volume about Coach Payne and what type of leader he is for us as well.
Yeah, I meant, from my perspective, just watching it, I was ready to go in. And I was curious what it was like. You're right in front of him when he's calling you guys and challenging you. How often does he do that?
All the time, especially if he sees where we're not playing, to where we need to be or our potential as a team. I remember vividly the Minnesota game. We came out, we took a bad lead to our first 4 or 5 shots at Minnesota were horrible shots, and he called timeout and just let us have it. Just all of us just ripped us. And I think that's just big on his part because he's always challenging us, and I feel like that's the difference. When he's always challenging you, you have to be able to accept it. And I feel like we're so much older now as a team that we know what he's trying to do instead of in the past we would let it kind of just get us down and keep us down. We know that he just wants us to respond, and we have a better understanding of that now, and we've been doing a great job of it as well.
Vincent, sometimes when teams are on losing streaks, things can steamroll and it can get out of control. The reverse sometimes is true when you win. What has made winning contagious with this group?
Well, Coach Payne always preaches that. He says, don't let winning, don't just let winning bore you. Don't let it just be winning is enough. Don't think it's something else that you need to do. He always says that, whether you're winning ugly, when you're not really making shots like we did against IU where we only make 5 or 6 threes instead of able to pull out the game where we're supposed to be known as a real good, 3-point shooting team. So that's just one thing he just always tries to tell us, winning is enough. Don't get bored with winning. Just keep doing what we need to do and keep taking care of the ball. Keep getting good shots, take quick shots when they're there, play patiently aggressive, and we'll be fine.
So where's this team's room for growth?
I would just say our room for growth is, honestly, I always feel like we have everywhere to grow, especially I feel like from a defensive standpoint, because we have times where we're really good defensively as a team, and then we have some times where we have a couple of breakdowns, back-to-back breakdowns and back-to-back possessions. And I feel like we kind of have to limit those as we go on, as we are, slowly approaching the end of the regular season and going into March. I feel like those are things that we have to limit if we want to, make a run to win big games.
And why has this team avoided whether that's, sort of that wall that can sometimes come in January. You still know you got a bunch of games to come. You got practice, every other day after games. How has this team avoided any of that?
I would just say we're just getting in the gym, staying in the gym, taking care of our bodies, and our coaching staff is doing a good job. Coach Payne's not making us practice 3 hours a day, knowing that we have, big games coming up and that we have a tough schedule, and he's understanding of how our bodies are feeling. I think that's one thing that's been key for us as well as a coach. He sees that guys are, physically tired or trying to get in and get extra treatment on their bodies because their bodies are beaten down or worn down. So I think that speaks volume of that on his part. And then just knowing how to push. Like, don't get me wrong, we're not going and practicing just walking around. We'll still do all our competitive stuff, rebound war, and everything in that nature. But it's a quick session. So we're getting in, getting after it, and then we're getting out.
All right, one last thing, Vincent. For those that really, haven't watched Purdue as closely, and they say, "Ooh, they lost Caleb Swanigan. How can this team be better?" What's the answer?
I would just say we're better as a team because it's the simple fact that it's forced all of us as players to step up and improve our skill set from whether it's beyond the arc or inside. We obviously Kevin was a great player, and all of our focus went towards him because we knew if we got him the ball, about 80% of the time it was going to be 2 points or 3 points or whatever he was shooting. So I think that answer for us is just the chemistry and the camaraderie of this team and the makeup of our team, just having guys who always want to be better, always want to get better, stay in the gym and stay working at it. I think that's been the big thing for us.
Vincent, we appreciate it. Thanks for joining us here on our NCAA.com March Madness Skype session.
Thank you.